guys, welcome back to my channel and another swatch and review. If you looked at the title of today's video before you clicked on it, you probably know that today I have the 6-piece Starrily Noble Neons collection. But before we hop into that, I have two quick announcements. First off, my Etsy shop is officially open with its singular product. I have stickers. These 3 stickers here, they're sold in a set, and they are 3 separate hand poses. It's called like Weirdo Hand Pose Stickers on Etsy. I will have it linked down below, so if you guys are interested, you can go check my shop out. But this one has a little alien in the nail polish bottle, and it glows in the dark. This is teeth nails, and it's posing with a bottle of toothpaste, or a tube of toothpaste. Toothpaste doesn't come in bottles. And it has holographic elements on it. And then this is a flat matte sticker, and it is butter nails, and the butter is dripping off of the nails. I love these stickers so much. My little brother drew them for me, and then I had them printed, and I'm going to link his Instagram in my description as well. Please go check out his art. He is really talented, and I want people who are interested in his art to go check it out and give him a follow if you want to do that. But yeah, this I'm hoping is just the start of some cool merch that I might put in my Etsy. You know, let me know what you guys want to see from me. Obviously, we're going to get some Feet Aren't Free merch in there somewhere at some point, but right now I'm just doing the stickers just to make sure that I can handle the, you know, mass of 3 orders that I've received so far. So we'll see how this goes and then kind of branch out from there. But for now, we have those stickers and they're super cute. And the other announcement I have is I have had over the couple of years, or I guess at this point, like 3 years that I've been on YouTube, a lot of people DM me on Instagram and ask me, you know, do you have a P.O. box and things like that. Finally, I have a P.O. box, okay? I have a P.O. box. I got one finally to set up the Etsy store and things like that. So I do have a P.O. box. It will be listed down in the description on my videos. If you're interested, you can shoot me a letter or something like that. I love writing letters and things in that nature. So, you know, that's there for you guys as well. So with all that said, let's hop into the actual point of this video, which is the Starrily Noble Neons. Now, Starrily did reach out to me and ask if they could send these to me in PR, and absolutely I said yes, because it's Starrily and it's neons, and you guys know I love me some neons. So I was very excited. So let me give you an overview of this 6-piece collection, and then we will do the normal swatch and review, the full hand swatch, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. These polishes are $13 individually over on the Starrily website, or you can get the full set for $72, which is a $6 discount versus if you bought them all individually. Their website states that these are opaque in 2 to 3 coats, or 1 to 2 coats over white, which is pretty standard for most neons, so that's not surprising. They also dry semi-matte, which again is very common for pretty much every neon that I've ever had. It's got to be something to do with the pigment. Not a scientist, but I feel like that's it. So if you do want these to be super shiny, you will need a glossy top coat, which honestly, that's pretty standard, right? You're always putting glossy top coat on your nails unless you really want mattes, you know? So that's pretty standard as well. They also state on their website that these do glow under blacklight. I do not own a blacklight, nor do I frequent areas where blacklights are common. What, like bowling alleys? I mean, I guess there's a lot of bowling alleys in the Midwest. I guess I could just pop into a bowling alley with my nails and be like, pardon me, I need to take some photos. But I just can't bring myself to do that. So I'm going to take their word for it that these glow under blacklight. I believe them when they say that. That's a weird thing to lie about. So I trust them. So let me show you the live swatches, and I will show you my full hand swatches, and then I will talk about the formulas and my thoughts and feelings at the end. So we're going to go through these in rainbow order because that's my favorite, which means up first we have this vibrant pink called Helium. Now, when you see the live swatch, it's in a slightly less concentrated light. And then when you see my full hand swatch, it's a more static, bright light. And in both of these situations, I feel like the color is very true to form. Capturing neons on camera is really difficult, but I feel like this is the best that I've ever done. So I say with full confidence that these look very accurate to my eye when the video that I'm showing you today. The orange is called Neon, which usually I associate the term neon with a green, so it was kind of cool to see it like flipped into something else. And this one is straight up safety cone orange. Like, if you're gonna go work some construction but you want to look fabulous, I highly recommend that you purchase this polish and douse your nails in it, because you will be like OSHA certified safety right here. I really like this orange. I love a good orange, and it's hard to find one that works for me, so I was happy to get this. Then we have Radon, which is highlighter juice yellow. Like, you know when your highlighter is just too juicy and it starts like leaking? Like, that's what this looks like. Now, this is the only one in the collection where I felt like I needed more than 2 coats in order to get that full opacity, because it was a little bit streaky still on that second coat. You can see some of my nail kind of peeking through. The light kind of covers up some of that, but trust me, it needed this 3rd coat. But on that 3rd coat, you do get full opacity. There is no question about that, and it is blinding. Like, I have a lot of neon yellows, but this one was, like I said, highlighter juice yellow right here. The green is called Krypton, and this just reminds me, it just makes me think of like a neon grass. I don't know, like it's like a grassy green, but in a neon form. Now, on that first coat, I was a little bit concerned. I was like, oh my gosh, is this going to be a 3-coater just like the yellow? But with that second coat, you can see it built up beautifully. These were really easy to work with. And the yellow, I wasn't worried about the 3-coat aspect of it, because that is just kind of par for the course with yellows, you know? But this is like, it's just kind of that glow in the dark looking green. And then we have Xenon, which I say this about this type of color all the time, but this is the blue screen of death blue. Now, I only do 2 coats of this because at the time I thought, oh, it looks totally opaque. In my swatch photo, though, you can definitely see some visible nail line. I think I was just so enamored with the color that I couldn't even see it. So you could do 3 coats of this if you really want that true full opacity. But even with 2 coats, I just feel like that nail line isn't really that noticeable unless you're looking very, very closely, as you can see here. And finally, we have what is probably my favorite in the whole collection. Are you guys surprised? I'm not. It's a purple, and it's called Argon. And this is my kind of purple. When I say I love purple, this is the purple that I'm talking about. I don't want your pale lilacs. I don't want your royal purples. I want this. And you can kind of see through it on that first coat, but again, just like the blue on the second coat, it builds up. And in this case, I didn't mess up, and you cannot see my nail line on 2 coats. This one is stunning. So, what did you guys think of the Noble Neons collection? When I first saw the announcement on Instagram, I was already pretty dead set on picking up at least 2, and that was going to be the blue and the purple. Surprise, surprise. I mean, that's like a huge chunk of my collection is blue and purple, so nobody's really shocked. But then they reached out to me, and so I was like, yes, I would love to review the entire collection. Thank you. Now, I don't believe Starrily explicitly said this is a summer collection, but being released around this time of year is kind of the ideal time, as, you know, neons for summer, it's kind of the thing to do, right? And since this is one of the first neon releases I've seen, this is kind of the one that I've latched onto. Each summer, I tend to buy from maybe 1 or 2 of the neon releases that come out, but there's so many that it's just not worth it to buy from, you know, all 5 or 12 of them that come out. And so I'm glad that I got the Starrily one. I'm glad that they kind of released theirs first so that I could get a chance to play with them and see what I thought. So obviously the theme is the 6 noble gases on the periodic table, which honestly I felt like was very on brand for the brand. You know, it just really suited them. I've started to kind of think of Starrily as the science brand. You get what I'm saying? The first big purchase that I made from Starrily, like I had 3 before that as a gift, but the first purchase I made by myself from Starrily was their planets collection. You know, peak science right there, very sciencey. And they have a ton of other kind of scientific centered or themed polishes. I was looking at their website and they have like a gemstones collection, and they have one, I think it's called the Science of Love. and it's got like dopamine and adrenaline and things like that. Really cute, really fun. And I feel like centering around like a scientific kind of theming, it opens up, there's so many subsets of that you can play with. So it's kind of perfect if you want to keep a cohesive branding. And, you know, going for the neons, since neon is one of the 6 noble gases, pretty ideal situation right there. Could you imagine if somebody did an entire like periodic table of elements collection for nail polish, just like slowly release them? Honestly, Starrily, do that. Keep going. Just move from, what is it, right to left. The noble gases are on the far right, aren't they? It's been a long time since I was in middle school. So, but yeah, it's really, really bright, really poppin'. I feel like these are coming off really bright on my camera, surprisingly, because neons are surprisingly hard to capture on film. And even as bright as they are on camera, that they're even brighter in real life. Like, they did such an amazing job with these. Now, as far as the formula goes, I don't have a ton of experience with Starrily creams. I only own one up to this point. And so I can't tell you whether they're like other Starrily creams or not. What I can tell you is that what they say on the website rings true for these. The 2 to 3 coats for neons, like I said earlier, is pretty standard, erring on the side of 3 coats when it is a lighter color. But I was really pleasantly surprised that 5 out of the 6, I got full coverage in just 2 coats. And for some of these colors that were a little bit lighter, I was kind of worried. So these 4, I was like, oh, these are probably going to be 3 coaters. And then the blue and the purple, I was like, those will be 2. Like that wouldn't, it would surprise me if they were more than 2. And I was right about these. These are both 2 coaters, went on very easily. And out of these 4 here, the only one that I needed 3 coats for was the yellow, which is radon. That is not shocking. Yellows are just, they're light. It's just a very light color. And even some of the darker yellows in my collection sometimes just need 3 coats. It's just the nature of the color, I believe. One workaround with neons, if you're having trouble with opacity, like I said at the top of this video, is layer white underneath of it. So if you have a really good 1 coat white, you can lay that down and then lay down 1 to 2 coats of your neon. And not only will it solve your opacity issue, it will make the neon so much brighter because that white base just really, really makes these neons pop. My favorite is not going to be a surprise to anyone because 9 times out of 10, my favorite is a purple. And of course, this is no different. This is reading a little bit more blue toned on my camera, but I think that while it does have like that like bluish tone in it, it's not super apparent the way it's showing up on camera. I feel like this is genuinely a very bright purple. This one is called Argon. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, I love a purple. And honestly, like neon purples and neon blues are not as common. You know, like you see the pink, orange, green, yellow, and these 2 are usually kind of like left in the dust. I don't know if it's just people don't feel like these are as neon or as bright, but when you put them all together, a Skittle is gonna be so much fun with these. Which one do I leave out? You know, I've only got 5 fingers on one hand, so either I need to get a 6th finger or I need to like make one of these my least favorite child, and I don't know what to do with that. Like, that's gonna be hard. So I absolutely love this collection. Thank you again to Starrily for sending it my way. I think that if you are somebody who has a lot of neons in your collection, I bet you don't have these types of blue and purple. I don't think that they're just, like I said, they're not as common. So if you're gonna pick up only a couple, if you can only fit a couple into your budget, I would recommend Xenon and Argon. I'm thinking of like argan oil. These 2, because I feel like they're the most unique of the collection, but all 6 are wonderful quality and they go on really smoothly and are very bright. And like I said, the only one that's 3-coater is yellow. And if you have short nails, I think you would only need 2 and you'd be fine, to be quite honest. It's just, you could see the like smile line in my nail, or no, not the smile line, whatever. Where the visible nail line starts, it just, you could see that. But other than that, like, ideal neon collection. And Starrily is a brand that they feel a little bit more high-end when you buy them. Their boxes are really pretty. They always write on your packing slip like thank you and your name, and it's like in this fancy little script. It feels like a present every time you get Starrily in the mail. So definitely check these out and let me know if you are going to, or if you already have picked a few of these up. But that is going to be it from me, and don't forget, I have my Etsy shop linked down below, as well as my brother, who is the artist of those stickers, his Instagram. So please, please go check him out and give him a follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.